Hi, and welcome to Veggie Bites, the show where you will learn how to cook delicious and hearty vegetarian meals that all of your friends will enjoy. I'm your host, Melissa, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Greek meal of spanakopita, vegetable kabobs, and tzatziki sauce. See you in a minute. Welcome back. The first dish that we're going to be making is spanakopita, or some know it as spinach pie. I've loved Greek food ever since I was little. I'm a quarter Greek myself. My great-grandpa came from Ithaca, and my great-grandma came from Cephalonia, both islands in Greece. And the recipe for this spanakopita actually came from my cousin Anastasia. So traditionally what spanakopita is it's layers of phyllo dough, which I'll show you later. And in the middle of it, it's a mixture of spinach and feta cheese and a bunch of other ingredients, but my cousin Anastasia likes to add leeks to it because it kind of makes it a little bit sweeter. So we'll get into the technicalities a little bit later, but for right now, let's just start chopping these vegetables. Okay, so the first thing we're going to use is the leek. You just need to buy one. The top part is really not edible, so you're just going to kind of use the light green to the white part. So we're just going to chop off the top right here and put it to the side and chop off the bottom where the root is. And as you can kind of see, there's sort of like rings in the middle of it. So as we chop, the rings are kind of going to fall apart. So you don't have to worry too much about the chopping. And we're going to have all of these vegetables in a pot just sitting together, getting really nice and soft. So if you've got some big pieces, you don't have to worry about it. We're going to kind of just split some of these in half. And leeks kind of can get dirty on the inside, so what you want to do is you want to just fill a big bowl, any bowl you have, and just kind of drop the leeks into it just to make sure you get all of that dirt out. And as you can see, the insides just kind of break apart. And when they're in the pot with the spinach, they're going to get really nice and sweet. It's a great addition to this dish. And it's green, just like the spinach. Okay. Almost got all of this in. Great. Okay, next up is an onion. All right, so I'm just going to chop off the top and the bottom and sort of create a base for us. And chop it in half. And you're just going to dice it. Again, don't worry about how big the pieces are or how small, because everything's going to get really soft when we're cooking it. I love spanakopita because it kind of combines all of the essential Greek flavors together. We have lemon and dill and olive oil. And you see a lot of spinach in Greek foods. All right, so we're going to chop this onion. All right, so we're just going to finish chopping this onion. And what you want to do when you're cooking this is you want to get a big pot, because the main ingredient of the spanakopita is the spinach. And you have a lot of spinach, and it's going to get really soft in the pot, but before it kind of shrivels up and gets soft, it's going to take up a lot of space. So you definitely want to use a pot that has a lid in order to make this dish. Okay, so we have our onion, and now we're just going to chop up our dill. If you've never used dill before, you've probably eaten it sometimes in soups and in stocks. People will use dill. It's very earthy, and if you've had Greek food, you've also probably had this, because dill is a big ingredient in a lot of Greek foods. And we're actually going to be using the dill later in our tzatziki or yogurt sauce, and we're going to use about a tablespoon of this. And trust me, a tablespoon is going to go a really long way. You're just going to want to take these little tops off and then just kind of chop them, but it adds really great flavor. And it goes really, really well with lemon. I think that's why you see them paired together a lot. Okay, so we have our dill. And, okay, so we have our leek soaking, our onion. Now the other ingredients in the spanakopita are the spinach. This looks like a lot of spinach. You're going to need a whole pound of spinach, but trust me, when everything's in the pot, this is going to be a fourth of the size of this. Trust me. All right. So we have our spinach, and basically what you want to do with the spinach is there's kind of these hard stems on it, and although the spinach is going to get soft, the stems sort of stay hard. You don't want that. So you're just going to take the spinach, just roughly go through. If you miss some of the stems, it's fine. But you're basically just going to take all these stems off, as many as you can. And if you get baby spinach, the stems are a lot smaller, so you don't really have to worry about it. So I'm going to finish up taking the stems off the spinach. I'm going to put everything into a pot with the garlic and a tablespoon of lemon juice and, of course, our feta cheese. And when we get back, I'm going to show you how to assemble our spanakopita.